The US dollar surged against a basket of currencies after a batch of better-than-expected US economic data was published on Friday, which makes a near-term cut in interest rates unlikely. The trading sentiment was also boosted by China's readiness to lift some more tariffs on US agricultural products. On Friday, the US dollar index settled at 97.69, up by 0.32%. For the week, the index gained 0.3%. On the economic data front, US GDP increased at a 2.1% annualized rate in the third quarter, and there are signs that the US economy appears to have maintained the moderate pace of growth as the year ended, supported by a strong labor market. Separate data showed consumer spending, which accounts for more than two-thirds of the U.S. economic activity, rose by 0.4% last month. According to analysts, the U.S. economy appears to have stopped slowing. There is no indication it will be hitting a recession. Meanwhile, earlier this year, investors were concerned over the possibility of a U.S. recession. Meanwhile, the British pound lost momentum and hit a 2.5-week low of $1.29.78 on Friday. It ended the session at 1.3004. For the week, sterling lost 1.2%. The plunge followed as the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson set December 2020 as a hard deadline to reach a trade agreement. In the meantime, the euro hit a 4-month high of $1.12 on Friday. Still, the common currency retreated to end at 1.1079, posting a weekly fall of 0.4%. The weakness in the euro was triggered by an unexpected deterioration in German consumer sentiment, in contrast with strong US economic figures. Elsewhere in the Bitcoin market, the past week was quite a tumultuous one for the world's biggest cryptocurrency. Bitcoin price rebounded to 7,212.9 on Friday. However, it failed to recover from earlier losses and posted a weekly fall of 0.2%. Speaking of developments in the crypto industry, Chicago-based crypto exchange ErisX seems to be finally launching. Trading for the physically settled Bitcoin futures will begin next year. The exchange has been backed by high-profile crypto names, including but not limited to CBOE, CME, Nasdaq, etc. According to some analysts, Bitcoin price may be on the verge of seeing a red week, implying that BTC could easily drop under $7,000. Elsewhere in commodities, oil prices logged a third straight weekly high on Friday thanks to market optimism around the US-China Phase 1 trade deal and extended production cuts by OPEC Plus agreed to earlier this month. However, oil prices fell on Friday after data showed a big weekly climb in the number of active US drilling rigs. Brent crude oil for February delivery fell by 0.6% on Friday to settle at $66.14 per barrel. For the week, it advanced by 3.02%. Meanwhile, February WTI crude oil settled at $60.44 per barrel, up by 2.13% for the week. WTI and Brent crude prices have increased by 33.10% and 22.94% respectively so far this year. According to experts, the global oil inventories level is an important factor to affect oil prices in the near future. In its short-term outlook, the U.S. Energy Information Administration forecasts that Brent spot prices will be lower on average in 2020 than in 2019. Meanwhile, gold futures finished lower on Friday as a slew of positive U.S. economic reports made the U.S. dollar a more attractive asset while lowering demand for dollar-denominated gold. On Friday, February COMEX gold settled at $1,480.90, losing 0.2% for the day. Week on week, it still posted a rise of a half percentage point. This week, markets will continue closely watching developments of US-China trade talks. Traders will also look forward to the November durable goods orders, Chicago Fed National Activity Index, and new home sales. You've watched combined review of currency and commodity markets on Insta TV. Thank you for watching and see you back soon.